waited till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super WildCard Weekend. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3 cornerback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Now Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ritter to throw it. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Ritter back to throw. And able to connect with Berrios. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. On second down, a run with Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. John Franklin Myers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ritter. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Just the first quarter of a tackling game is so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Here's Cook again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On play action, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Allen now on first down. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Moss, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Moss once more. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 3 yards out. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
To throw again on second down. Ritter over the middle. He gets it to Berrios. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ritter has it knocked down. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The pocket collapsed around it. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. But every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Allen to throw it. swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away from the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing after the interception. Allen, he's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. This pass out wide to Hall. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jets. Michael Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And here come the Bills. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Bills getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on second down. Allen. And it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the air, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And New York set to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you want, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Ritter from the gun. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Meanwhile, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Allen to throw once more. Finding space at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to Shakir. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Bass is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we're at halftime of this AFC WildCard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on WildCard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. Cook up the gut. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen off the bootleg. And this is Cook with a grab. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Ritter. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think with that point in the game, you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Allen. And complete right side to Cook. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Allen going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. First down, here's Ritter. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ritter. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ritter will set up to throw it. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. On 2nd and 9, Ritter. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Ritter. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And now out come the Bills.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
To try again after the sack. Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, the Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just scoring.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Berrios. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 44-yard line.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.